So we got to this.
Yes. Naito guy.
Yes. And then there's the alternate path.
Look at his face.
Yeah, exactly.
Dirt.
This is a little bit late in the timeline to say, but healthy warning to anybody that is perhaps not looking for tons of Naruto stop and talks, such as like me asking about the Rinnegan and stuff last time and such. That the whole point of me playing this is to do this, is to talk about it. If you're not looking for that, you're going to need to step off. You're going to need to, this is not the LP for you, because I have a lot of talking to do. And I especially expect there to be a lot of talking wherever this story goes.
Including now?
Including right now.
Okay.
So.
Okay, put it on big camera then.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Big
sure,
camera, yeah.
no problem. If that's not what you're looking for, if that bothers you when I pause to talk and figure things out, you need to step off. You need to leave. You're not going to enjoy it. I have lots of talks, big old talks to figure out and understand things.
All right.
And sometimes it's simply to ask about things that I know the anime would have explained if I went that route, but I'm just going to try to get a cliff notes on it, you know? Mm-hmm. So, one, I watched OP 16 of Shippuden, which was Silhouette, and I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was, visually nice, and I thought it was a pretty catchy song. I thought it held no candles to Haruka Kanata or Fighting Dreamers.
Really? Fighting Dreamers, you have it really that high?
Yeah. And
That's pretty badass.
I just disagree. But then again, it's not the type of thing that anime intros have to like work their way into your psyche a little bit. You have to see them over and over and over again until you Stockholm syndrome yourself into liking them. But personally, I'm like, it doesn't hold a candle. Though Fighting Dreamers and Haruka Kanata are way better songs to me. At least way better OPs to me. I like them more.
So it's like, as you say, it's probably because the way you experienced it was way different than the new.
I definitely didn't hear the song over and over and over and over again. But just looking at it for what it was, I'm like, this is how I feel about it. But it was a good song. It's really good, really cool OP. But it didn't have like the things that I find like maximum catchy and like maximum cool about like a good OP. Also, in terms of the catchy song too, we talked about the one with the fucking oh baby.
Oh, baby, what's that?
That's the end of that song where he jumps off the cliff. Da 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 da.
Oh, it's the Sambo Master song.
That's my favorite
baby.
One. That's my favorite one. But what's the oh baby? I never.
Yeah, all right. Well, I had to do the whole thing.
Yo, that's Station something.
Yeah,
Kyosh.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
Youth's Rhapsody. So that's great.
That one has 5 different variations.
Yeah. So that was great, right? I like that one more too, So, all that to say that like I was curious about like what OPs I was missing out on, and so far I don't think I've seen any that like really surpass the ones that I pick out as the favorites, but they certainly surpass the ones that are not, Fucking so sakana shimi wa yasashi said. Fuck off.
That one I didn't like at first, but it grew on me.
Well, it's burnt in, but it is definitely inferior to many. Yeah.
Remind me, have you watched the Naruto, all the fillers up to 200 something, or
I watched
the original OP? Or
I watched the filler compilation. There's a really funny 3-hour or 2-hour filler arc compilation.
Oh my god!
And it just shows you the worst of what happened over that 2 years.
I do hope Drunken Rockley is part of that filler compilation.
Drunken Rockley was not there, but Rockley carrying the buckets of shit was there. And the ostrich and maybe not the ostriches, I think that was later, but
Curry of Life.
The curry, the lightning sword, the great T-Race, right? All of that garbage was in the fucking filler movie. And they also, the subtitlers, the fan subgroup that did it, also just had they had a fucking a blast just doing fake subtitles and bullshit because of the complete waste of time that was that whole thing. It was like a spiteful movie, of just the filler.
Look at this shit.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Let me just clarify, right? Drunken Rockley, the first time we saw it was not filler, obviously.
No.
But I'm
Versus
talking about
Kimimaro or Kimimaro.
Kimimaro.
That was cool.
That was not filler.
But there's filler Rockley.
I'm talking about as a filler episode where there was a Drunken Rockley and the animation was horrible.
Okay.
It was more comedic than Drunken Rockley. It was stupid.
Okay.
Fuck.
Yeah, no, I don't remember that. Again, I remember awful animation and buckets of diarrhea. That's what I remember. So there was that stuff. And then there was that really cool one that we watched in the Nuns 3. I don't know, there was an intro we watched in Nuns 3 where I think he's underwater.
Yeah. Yeah. It starts underwater and goes into the surface.
Yeah, and I thought
that's my favorite one.
Yeah, and I thought
Shippuden.
Yeah, I thought that one was really good. I thought that one was really good too, right? But no, man, there's here's the other deal too as well. It's Asian Kung Fu Generation is I listen to their shit outside of anime context, so you're gonna have a hard time coming up against that because I'm musically I fucking dig what's going on here, period. That's so when you throw them on top of some really hype animation and the sync and the like that, you can't beat that. That's too good, it's not just catchy and not just matching with the visuals, but you fucking are into the song regardless, even if it came from otherwise, same for when they did a rewrite for the original Full Metal Alchemist, baller ass song,
There's the first opening of Shippuden where there's a lot of rap in it, and I was jamming that in my car while driving, and Reggie was like, "What the fuck was that voice?" It was like, that was the rap.
Some deep grovelly voice. I was like, "What is happening? What is this?"
Yeah. So
fucking love it.
Yeah. So there's that. And then second, I watched I started what I thought was going to be Minato versus Madara, and then it was actually just a recap of Obito and Kakashi and Minato standing around Naruto's body while Madara laughs and that whole thing, right? So what we saw there was Sakura doing mouth to mouth and actually manually beating Naruto's heart.
Right.
Which is one of the coolest things I liked in the original, in the Satoshi Kon version of JoJo. In the Satoshi Kon version of Stardust Crusaders, you actually see Star Platinum reach into Jotaro's heart and stop it from beating.
Yeah.
To stop Dio from noticing that he's still alive. So I'm always a fan of that. I think that looks pretty cool. She's doing mouth to mouth and pinching his nose and keeping him alive because he's literally not even breathing type of thing. So it's okay, that's pretty crazy.
So JoJo did it before the Matrix
in 1993.
There you go. All right. All right. Fucking Neo.
So there's that. Then there's, oh my god, yeah, he reaches in.
Yeah, Trinity, it's all good. Yeah, okay.
Second, was during that fight, one thing the game's not showing you is that Minato's arms are blown off because at one point, like, I don't know why he lost his first arm, but he had his second arm. He had a Rasengan coming and he was running in to distract Madara, and then like Madara slices it off and throws it towards Kakashi, and Kakashi eats a Rasengan at some point. So then they have the whole thing, and then they talk to Obito, and White Setsu's there. And then there's something that like, and then there's a couple things. So one, you see Madara at some point like spit something out, and then it turns into a big like barrel with like kanji on it, and he goes, "Oh, these are the six path sage's tools. Ugh, I don't need that." But at least
I don't need that.
Yeah, but like now at least I feel a bit lighter, right? And I was like, "What the fuck was that? That was so weird, right?" And then we go, and then Guy shows up, and then he like when he shows up and Obito like separates or whatever, Guy turns around and the first thing he says is, "Who's that?" Right? So they have the whole bit of like showing up, doing the cool thing, and then being like, "Who the fuck are you?" Right?
He's always that.
Yeah. And it's like, this is the guy who's ending the world right now. What do you mean? You know, whatever. Kisame, he did the same thing to him, and you know, it is a really good troll. Guy is the best troll, whether intentional or not. By showing up in a really cool fashion and being like, "What's going on? Wait, who are you?" You know, and they're, "I am the great," huh? I don't really remember it. Right? That's really good.
Is this what we're doing? Okay.
Then, it shows you as he's activating the gates. He activates before the death gate. He activates the I forget, but like it was like they go through the different ones, like the initial gate, life gate. Whatever. So he activates the 7th gate, and when he pops off the 7th gate, Madara goes, "Only the 7th? You're insulting me."
Wow.
You know, and then he pops off the 8th gate, and then while he's doing that, two things happen. One, it cuts to a flashback of Guy as a kid. Okay. So we get to see what he looked like, and I never saw that. And it shows you that his dad taught the gate opening tech. So Guy's dad, whose name I didn't get, literally shows him that tech and passes it down to him directly.
Okay.
So he looks like Guy Lee, the same type as well. Might die. Okay, but he has a big mustache, right? And he might die. That's hilarious. So he actually shows off that. So that's where the origin of, or rather the lineage of gate opening comes from. And then you see that he's on a team with young Ebisu and young the two examiners.
Yeah.
One of them has the hair in the middle.
Yeah. Okay.
That guy.
I just don't remember his
name. But you know the two guys I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So the guy who has the guy who, I think he's coughing all the time, right? So Ebisu and the guy and the Chunin guy with the thing, they're the squad or whatever, and they get into a fight, and then Dai shows up and activates the gates to show them something, to be like, hey, I'm gonna sacrifice myself in this moment or whatever, and stuff. So we see that. And then a young guy looks just like as much of a loser as Rock Lee did too. So clearly that's the idea. And then the second thing is when Guy is fighting and he does he does all the cool shit. Like obviously it looks really cool in the anime. I got a bit more context for what was going on and everything he was doing. And he does he does a lot of attacks, and he actually staggers Madara in place with the wind attacks, and like there's a whole like thing going on. While he's doing that, Minato is basically, because they explain that because of the sage stuff, you can only hurt him with sage energy or taijutsu, right? So basically all chakra-based ninjutsu shit is gonna fail unless it's sage or just the really hard punch kicks.
How convenient.
Yes. Right, so that
person was there.
Yeah, so that's something that wasn't brought up either. Where in the sense that it's like really good punch kicks are going to also be effective against God Madara, right? So it's like, oh, that makes it extra like, okay, appropriate. So then when Madara's getting super excited, he's like, oh man, you are the strong. He literally goes, you're the strongest. You're the best. This rules, right? He's getting super hype at it, and he goes, he's like, he cracks open his thing, and officially he's like, yeah, I officially declare you the strongest or whatever. And he does the night guy attack, and it blows Madara half open, like his whole chest disappears, and part
Piccolo
of his head is gone.
No, not Piccolo. Cell.
Yeah, he blows his head and body open, and Madara goes, holy shit, you almost killed me, and then regrows it, you know. So like he's like straight up like he's getting super into it. He's down with the 8th gate, you know, and then that's it. So Night Guy goes off. Night Guy is such a goofy pun. I can't get over the fact that it's just like this ridiculous like pun name attack. But anyway, whatever. The he does it and it's cool. And then he falls in the ground, right? So what was not shown during this whole stuff was that it cuts to Naruto. And it shows Naruto is in some other realm having a conversation with the Sage of the Six Paths, the original guy. And I'm like...
Hold on a second. So, I need to know, does that game address that?
Nope, not so far.
No, not so far, but...
I assume the yin path we are about to go on is about to show us that.
Yeah, okay, the game will address that.
Okay, I'm assuming that it's about to show us that, right? Because in the anime, it was intercut with Guy's fight, right? But in the game here, I got just Guy's fight without this, you know? Yeah. So at the same time, there was this whole bit. So I'm assuming we're going to go see what happens there. Because basically, we see the Sage of the Six Paths talking to him and then literally giving him the fucking power of the moon or the sun in his hand.
Yeah.
And Sasuke gets the moon in his hand.
Yeah, that's a big spoiler.
Okay,
big stuff there.
Well, but that's what was happening at the same time. You know, if the game does it in a different order, then so be it. But that's what was happening, and I was like, okay. So that would explain, I guess, why Naruto's different at that point. And then I'm like, where the fuck did he come from? So yeah, we're gonna jump into that, probably find out where that came from. But this is like, by going back to watch that fight, it's like this was happening at the same time, you know. So I in other words, how do I put this? It's a spoiler, right? But if I was watching the anime and I'm supposed to know at this point in time, then I don't really feel.
You feel okay?
It doesn't. That's not. I'm not gonna go, oh no, spoilers, in the sense that it's like, yeah, but if I was watching this the way I should have, I would have already known this.
Yeah. Well, you know, I guess like at this point, it's the viewer experience in terms of for RLP.
Yeah.
They want your you know.
I get that. I get that. But if the game has taken two parts that are interspersed with each other, separated them, and presented part 1 and then part 2, like if I would have otherwise known them simultaneously,
but the game did that for 3 and even I guess 2. No, I don't know. I'm sure 2, but 3 did that too. They had, because Naruto has the show has the habits of having everything happening at the same time.
Yeah.
So sometimes we go, okay, let's go to this way, see what's happening. Okay, let's back to this, back to there, back and forth. And that's what happened.
But I'm thankful that it did that, because that's kind of what I wanted to get out of like some of these moments, because the game also is not going to show me that Gaara was standing there fighting with them the whole time. That pit where Obito and Sakura and Naruto's body are and everything, where Madara shows up in Black Zetsu, Gaara's right there. And he's involved. And he's doing things. But he's not present in the game at all. So I'm like, oh yeah, that I want to know that.
Okay, LP canceled. That's why. Watchers then.
Yeah. So you know, that's one of those things that definitely I wouldn't have gotten just by following what's going on here. You know.
Interesting.
So that's about it. That's my recap hour.
Wasn't it? Oh, never mind. All right, let's go.
Okay. And I held off on the Kabuto stuff because. Whatever. Later, right?
Yeah, later.
Yeah, okay. So, yes, those are the catch-ups.
So you see that yin path, and I guess the yang path is on top?
Yeah, Yang.
I
Yang is
wonder.
red.
I wonder if the right order would have been to do like Yang path.
1,
and then-
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
In order of like
To
how
follow
they
the TV
appear.
show, to follow the anime, it probably would have been as if I start this and then they meet the sage.
Yeah.
Then it would have been
Okay.
that.
All right. Sasuke eating dirt.
His favorite food.
Naruto was pretty fucked up too, so you know. The anime also shows you Susanoo riding on Kuruma like a mount
Wow.
into battle.
ところで俺は
許せサスケまた今度だ
怪我はねえかよビビリ
What up, danger?
Yeah.
ウスラトンカチ
Black caviar.
Did we see like the same
Naruto's
Naruto
version of this.
Yeah.
Yes.
最後だ
あいつにとってお前の命は里よりも重かったのだ
我々はこの葉を潰す俺はお前をずっと愛している
本当の里を作る本当の影を示すまで
Is everyone supposed to just be okay with your bullshit, man? Because you're cool guy? Is being cool guy supposed to excuse your bullshit when you change your mind?
That seems to
As,
be the.
as long as as long as you change your mind and you walk into the right path, everything is forgiven and forgotten.
As long as you're evil but also hot. Yeah, okay.
Everything is forgiven.
Okay, so we jump over here. Actually, this path is
Hey,
not really a path.
Can you go back up to the upper path? I just want to see the title again. The Naruto version, just the title. Left.
Naruto steps forth,
It was-
fading
it was
winds,
fading wind.
falling lightning. Sasuke steps forth.
I see. And the next path.
Two heroes
No, I don't care about
side
that.
by side, nothing there. Crimson Beast, Might Guy strikes, inner gate formation,
Okay.
shadow behind Madara.
Okay,
Taka soars ahead.
I thought the it was the same title but going parallel.
Yeah.
That's
Maybe
because-
not.
Yeah,
Maybe not.
but not.
Here, Guy gets all the heat. Guy takes all the heat. And then Madara says, the red that you're burning is like a dying leaf falling from the tree in autumn." And he's like, "Yes, but their bits feed the ground and allow the new green leaves to."
To be burned.
Deep.
Look at these heroes.
It's deep.
Best parents ever.
Why don't I have a mom and a dad? You don't need to worry about that.
Fuck out of my house.
邪魔すんなっつってんだろ
Money
じゃあ
off.
サスケんとこに行きてえんだよ
Money
邪魔するなって言われてもねマダラ様に誰も通すなって命令されてんだよね僕らそれにサスケだっけ言っても無駄だと思うよもう死んでるって
カリンのあの慌てよサスケくんに何かあったことは間違いないよねサルトビ先生私たちで奴をやりますあなたたち絶は任せたわよ
Okay.
Yeah, so I said it a little bit before, but this game has a bad habit of turning small crushes into full-on love blooms, you know?
This game, that's what you said?
Yeah.
Or this series?
This franchise.
franchise.
This intellectual property cannot distinguish between a cute guy crush and I will die for him.
Yep.
70%. Hiruzen's ninjutsu. Oh yeah, that's Sarutobi's name, right?
Huh?
No.
Hiruzen? Yeah. I
Yeah.
think so, yeah.
That's his name,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
20 hit combo and secret technique.
Ino had a crush on Sasuke.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not would die for him.
Well, but not main character, so fucking meh, whatever, you know, like whatever. Like to get back to the basics. Shikamaru and Tenten. That's an actual
Tenten.
God damn it. Shikamaru and Tamari. That's an actual like. Hey, look, little bits of flirts. A little.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the one you want,
right? And like, oh, what do we do? Oh, you all walking through the village, you're hanging out. I'm just a liaison. Or you shut up. You know, that's a little bit more like, okay, I see what you got going on. What you got going on over here? And then there's a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and you're like, oh yeah. Okay, but it's not this fucking like literally like from that guy's kind of cute into I'm jumping in front of the bullets, you know, Mr. President.
Well, there are maybe like 2 3 normal.
like
His running animation was so weird.
Maybe 2 or 3 normal relationships where like the love was actually reciprocated normally. Like what? Maybe, I guess Shikamaru. It worked. Asuma
and Kurenai.
Sensei. That was natural.
Yeah, that was pretty.
That was casual.
Very casual.
What about
Very secret too.
okay, Minato and Kushina? We don't know the deal, so we'll give it a 0.5.
No. They have a flashback for that. We know the deal.
Is it normal looking?
No, you know what?
Is it
Half normal. Half normal.
2.5. I can't think of 3 relationships that evolve normally. Kishimoto cannot make normal relationships between a boy and a girl.
So
That's why it makes Ninja Story not a relationship manga.
Interesting. So he's actually like, oh, it's weird that I'm fighting with my murderer on my team, but. Interesting conversation.
Use your assist?
Yeah.
気のせいなんかじゃないわあなたはもうじき死ぬ死ぬって言われてもねどういう感覚なんだかよくわからないんだよね
You think I can fill it up?
I don't know. Maybe with 1 more assist?
Yo, Gugu's standing animation is just like having his arm behind his head, just leaning back and just relaxing. That's his standing animation.
Oh my god, he's gonna die on the next hit, I think.
He is. There we go.
Cool.
No?
I can't even stagger him though.
So you have to do it raw? Yes!
Team 2, Team 3.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so that's what these standard team attacks look like. And then there's the unique ones for special teams, right?
So just an added
Yeah.
message.
So do people call him Guru Guru? Actually, when just referring to the white Zetsu on its own
I'll
form?
be very honest. I don't even remember that name from the anime. So to me, from my point of view, this is the first time I've seen it in this game. The name Guru Guru.
Okay.
First time I've seen the reference has with Guru Guru, but I don't remember it.
Only Obito calls him that. You're right. Okay. Because I would have just said Black Zetsu, White Zetsu, and called it a day.
Okay.
いてて。
あとはわしに任せよ。
では、よろしく。
Money big off. Oh, money on.
誰だてめえサスケに何してやがる
なるほど。あなただったのね。カブト。
ここへ急ぐ一行を感知してましたが、やはりオロチマル様でしたか。
こいつがカブト。
ここに何をしに来られたんです？
あなたこそ。
つうかサスケに何してやがるさっさとどきやがれ
落ち着きなさい、カーリン。よく、サスケくんを感知してみなさい。
感知っつってもあいつサスケのチャクラを感じるなんで
僕はもう今までの僕じゃない。サスケくんに危害を加える気もない。
じゃあカブトあんたがサスケを。
そう僕の医療忍術と研究し尽くした柱間細胞を使って彼は一命をどうにか取り留めたんだ。
サスケよかった。
しかしカブト、あなたがここにいるということはイタチのイザナミの術を解いたってことだけど。
そうです。僕は自分を認めず何者かもわからないでいた。でもイタチはイザナミを使って僕に気づかせてくれた。僕は他でもないカブトなんだと。イタチは君を死んでも守りたいと願っていた。その願いを決して無駄にはしない。
If you realize the truth about yourself, you can escape Requiem.
Well, I mean, it makes more sense if you know about this flashback.
Okay. There's hope for Diavolo yet. Honk.
Good shit. Good
Team Goose. Okay. Well, what I was trying to get most out of that was like Orochimaru's like, hey, I'm having a moment of introspection, you know? But I guess I'd need to go back and see what else was stated in the source material about these moments. There you go. Kabuto. Like I guess I can't really if it makes more sense if I see the past, then I can't really comment on it, then I suppose. Now I can play the man named Kabuto. How about that? So here we go.
The infinite reincarnation of Izanam.
Good. I can hold my thoughts because look, the answer is right here. Let's find out.
Okay. Now what?
Eat
what
wind
answers?
shuriken. Eat wind shuriken. Eat wind shuriken. Eat wind shuriken.
オロチマル様、カブトさんの考えを変えたそのイザナミって術はどんな術なんすか？
イザナミは内派に伝わる道術の一つ。一度術にはまってしまったらその考え
Oh my god. That's the escape?
を入れ替えねば
Yep.
That is so brainwashed.
できない。過ちを認めるまで永遠に同じ
Until you accept your mistakes. Oh my
You know
god.
those screenshots that you just saw?
Yeah.
Those are from the flashback of the origin of Izanami and Izanagi.
Okay.
From the episode that I
Heart change no jutsu.
何でもなせると盲信していた。でもそれが過ちであることをイタチは教えてくれた。
Wildly convenient. Oh my god.
それを認めることから逃げているだけだと。
I will not let you escape until you think my way.
認められるわけがない。何度も何度も何度もループを繰り返した。僕こそが完璧なんだ。
わからないのか？お前は決して完璧ではない。
内派イタチ！
Okay, we get to do it again. Yeah. That is so wild because like there is no like there is no guiding force that's going to say when you come to the quote unquote correct realization, the magic is released.
Yeah.
It has to be the person who created the jutsu who decides what that is. So if I decided to twist it and make it like until you start actually being super fucking evil, I'm not gonna let you go. You know, like you can do the same thing in the opposite of respect and fuck anybody up because at some point they're gonna be like, I can't suffer for eternity. I gotta get out of here.
I wonder if that really works the way you think it's working. I'm not sure that's how it works.
What do you mean?
I would have to assume that Itachi's way of thinking is the release for this type of technique.
Basically, you're saying that that Itachi is forcing his mindset to the to Kabuto. That's what you're saying the technique does.
Or rather, until you face yourself. Here, let me check it out.
Alright.
間違いなどなかったはず。
Oh yeah, that thing was really helpful. I remember that ability.
Oh yeah, you wanted to try some chicken blocking out of teleport or something?
Okay, well, I actually need to win.
You.
Tayuya.
Uh-oh.
Hey, got it.
いや、まさかこれもループなのか。無期転生。行き過ぎてるだろこの力。僕は一体
What am I? What am I?
Kabuto, I've come to bargain.
わからないのか。お前は決して完璧ではない。
完璧である僕が僕なら完璧でない僕は僕ではない。じゃあ今の僕は何だ。何度もループするにつれ僕の精神は摩耗していた。考えがまとまらず自信も消え失せ、わからない僕は
Broken down.
さまざまな記憶
Who
が
wouldn't?
体の中から消えていくようだった。だけどどうしても消えない記憶があったんだ。
Like that's probably the most powerful technique I've
幼い
seen
僕に本当の安らぎを与えてくれた記憶だった。
in the show so
あ
far.
の時
Change your mind no jutsu.
僕は確かに兜として存在していた。どんなに
And
姿
this is the
形が
flashback
変わ
I'm
っても
talking about.
Yes, yeah, I
あ
figured.
の時の記憶は変わらない。そして名前も変わることはない。僕は僕のままでずっと昔から兜のままだった。そんな単純なことが僕は分からなくなって、そして自分に他人を上塗りしていたんだ。それがやっと分かった。
Is he your favorite character?
No, why?
Okay, because you.
It's Woolie.
Okay, okay.
Fucking Woolie. What do you think?
It's because you kept bringing up the flashback a lot.
Because it was important.
Okay.
いい風じゃない。
So you really like Kabuto? Huh? Oh man, Kabuto is got the wrong costume for the intro. Like holy. Interesting.
Okay. You're a fan of Kabuto.
No.
Okay.
I'm neither a fan or fuck off.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
Maybe okay. The only Kabuto that I accept was the original Kabuto with his ninja cards.
Ninja cards.
Yes, the ninja cards.
So you were gonna say?
I suppose. Now I'm gonna bring it up. Okay. You know, Izanagi, the one that
The counter.
the
original.
The original. What Denso used. Do you remember what Izanagi do?
At this point, just tell me.
Okay, all right.
It
So
rewrites.
it rewrites reality. So like if it's a Control Z, and then we do it in the way that you want to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
So in other words, this can be perceived as you're rejecting this reality to create a new reality.
Right.
And the counter Izanami is that it makes the loop because Izanagi rejecting the reality, Izanami is telling no, you have to accept reality.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing about why in relation to Kabuto, he has to accept who he is to realize to get out of the loop.
Okay.
Because who he really is reality.
Okay, but that's still making it so that the metaphoric answer creates a literal escape. You know what I mean? Like, the metaphor for accepting yourself is the same as literally accepting reality.
Yeah.
Because when we're talking about accepting who you are and the truth of who you are, that's still a metaphor. Right? Whereas Izanagi is literally fucking with reality.
Because Kabuto's whole life is about he was not being himself. He was like taking
metaphorically, right? In terms of like he's at the end of the day he's behaving in a certain way. And I
you know I cannot really explain that Why I keep breaking up the flashback is because I'm bad at explaining, and the flashback explains everything. And it was like we wouldn't have this conversation.
Okay,
if you
okay,
had- you
okay.
did your due
Okay,
diligence.
okay. Got it. Okay. All right. Time to watch it.
Oh, really? No. You really want to watch it? I mean, that's a whole full episode there.
Oh, it's a full episode?
Almost 2 episodes actually.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't. I think at this point it's because it's too late. I don't think it's useful to watch. it now
So
because
when you originally brought it up before, and
that was at the end of Duns 3.
not there. I mean, in this playthrough,
Yeah.
and people thought you were talking about this part.
Yeah, I wasn't even talking about this at all.
You were talking about the setup for this.
I'm talking about the setup for
but
it.
they thought you were talking about this, and that's why they were saying Min shut up about Kabuto.
Yeah.
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 So that was completely erroneous.
Yeah, I was talking about the back in DLC of Naruto Nuns 3.
Okay.
That was the part. There was a flashback during that part.
Okay.
That's what I was talking
Well,
about.
I am content to read it because I don't care that much about Kabuto, but I don't mind reading about it. So I'm gonna go take a look at his wiki page.
Okay.
Is that safe at this point?
I don't know, but
Background. I scrolled past every other detail. Okay, here we go. Kabuto was found as a child by Nono Yakushi on the outskirts of a city and recently destroyed in a battle. He suffered a head injury, leaving him with no memory of his name or his past. Nono treated his wounds and brought him up in the Konoha orphanage. Okay, let me see a picture of Nono just to see what they look like.
that's where the glasses come from.
Okay.
He's a perfect being, but the reason he was wearing the glasses is because that's like a souvenir.
It's a reference, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the same as fucking Asuka with Gendo's glasses. Nono Yakushi. Okay, looks like a nun. Literally looks like a nun with those glasses on. Got it. All right. Orphanage. Urushi, another orphan, placed a helmet on his head, and so he wouldn't be injured again, prompting Nono to name him Kabuto, like the beetle. Right. Kabuto liked the name and left his bed that night so that he could thank her, unaware of the orphanage's strict schedule. When Nono found him, she discovered that this was in part because he couldn't read a clock due to his poor eyesight. She gave him her glasses so that he could see, overwhelming Kabuto with thankfulness. To earn money for the orphanage's operations, Nono used her medical ninjutsu to treat her injured shinobi of Konohagakure, Kabuto. Having been taught medical ninjutsu by Nono would assist. Although money helped, they still relied on direct funding from Konoha in order to get by. Aware of this fact, Danzo visited the orphanage one day, threatening to withhold Konoha funding if Nono didn't turn one of the orphans over to his root organization. Danzo. Kabuto, after eavesdropping on the conversation, volunteered against Nono and Urushi's protests. I guess that's his friend. Let me just take a look at what Urushi looks like here. Ooh.
Not really important.
I just want to know.
Okay.
I just want to know.
Cool.
Danzo.
Looks like a ninja.
Chill guy.
Just looks like a cool ninja guy. Okay. And Root trained Kabuto in espionage over the years and sent him to gain intel by at different times posing as a ninja of Kumo, Kiri, Suna, and Iwa. While in Iwa, Kabuto's spying was discovered and an Iwa nin encountered him. He was able to strike down the pursuer, but only afterwards did he discover that it was Nono who was also working for Root.
Whoa.
Okay. Weird. Kabuto apologized profusely and tried to heal Nono, but she didn't recognize his face even when he told her his name. She died from her injuries, and Kabuto was forced to flee before Nono's backup found him. Once safe, Kabuto was disillusioned by what happened, wondering who he was if Nono didn't know him. Soon he was confronted by Orochimaru, an underling of Danzo, who had taken an interest in Kabuto over the years. Oh, really? Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Orochimaru explained that Danzo had been giving Nono falsified photographs of Kabuto so that she would no longer recognize him when they met. This in turn allowed Danzo to pit Nono and Kabuto against each other and thus eliminate Root's two most effective and consequently knowledgeable spies. Assuming that Orochimaru planned to finish him off, Kabuto attacked him, distraught by the loss of both Nono and the self-identification he had acquired through her. That is really dumb. That is immensely stupid. Really? That's what? Okay. Orochimaru survived the attack, suggesting that Kabuto now try making a new identity for himself using whatever knowledge of the world he could acquire. Orochimaru offered help in this regard and invited him to help him make a new village, Otogakure, where individuality could thrive. Kabuto agreed, and Orochimaru gave him a new backstory. He was found by Nono, a captain of Konoha's medic corps, after the Battle of Kikyo Pass, and adopted as her son. With this backstory, Kabuto was able to become a genin of Konoha, which he used to enter the biannual Chunin exam so that he could gather information on his fellow participants for Orochimaru's use. Later, he was found by the Akatsuki and turned into one of Sasori's sleeper agents so that he'd be a spy on Orochimaru. Shortly after that, Orochimaru realized the truth and freed him from his control, allowing Kabuto to effectively infiltrate the organization for Orochimaru. When not spying, Kabuto helped Orochimaru with his experiments and his studies in different Otonin abilities and so on and so forth. Reincarnation. Okay. Got it. That's dumb.
Yeah, fine.
That's dumb. Okay, the triple pie spy shit, like, yeah, that we all knew and everything, but okay, so in other words,
Yep.
Instead of the swing, he has a ninja info cards, has his only friend.
Yeah, okay. Swing Chan shows up again. He's got the glasses, saved by a nun, who then has to fight him for Danzo because white. Anyway, whatever. Sure. That's stupid. But it also establishes that Danzo is, again, a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Right? He's
Always.
a really bad guy. You know, a lot of blame goes back to him. He's to the point where now we're finding out that Danzo stormed into an orphanage and said, "I'm shutting this thing down." The man who works for the Leaf is, "I'm shutting this orphanage down." Danzo McMahon. You know? Fuck the children. That's hilarious. What a cartoonishly ridiculous person. So, do you know anything about the correct connection between Danzo and Orochimaru?
Well, I do.
That I should have known up to this point?
Oh. Now that I remember, it feels like... No, I don't know.
The only thing I know about Orochimaru's past is that, you know, him and Jiraiya and Tsunade were taught by Sarutobi. And they were a squad.
Yeah.
But that's all I got. I don't know anything about the Danzo connection.
I cannot answer you because I don't remember.
Okay. All right, man. You know, sure. Orochimaru working for Danzo, anime only. That's not a manga detail.
Right.
So then it's not anything significant.
If it's insignificant, I forgot.
Okay. Because I was gonna say is like, are you saying Danzo is also responsible for turning this pale snake child into being a fucker as well? You know, because like from the jump, Orochimaru looks super evil in their kid photos, which is me like holding in the photo we took where I'm holding the book and I'm all like, oh, don't mind me, I'm just reading up on my evil jutsu over here. Smile for the photo. Gonna kill you all. You know. But like,
The good days.
if you're because basically I'm wondering if there's a connection there, which implies that Danzo is to also blame for everything about Orochimaru. But I suppose that's not canon outside of the anime. Got it. So
Now, time to move on.
Okay.
well,
Yeah, we did that.
Do we have to-
yes.
Did we go south after?
Yeah, I whatever. I had a last point about the Izanami thing, but
Okay.
at this point we might as well just move on. Yeah. Wind rages, thunder races.
Did we do the path south? Yeah, we did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay, yeah,
what
we're good. Okay.
So none of this actually shows the thing I was talking about, though. So
Is
I
this
guess
a preview?
I'm gonna assume it is.